Hello everybody, welcome back to Language Litigation and Integration Part 116, Casual Conversations 46. You know how it goes. I produce content, you steal it. I get 0 subscriber interactions, I get 0 new subscribers. And I make another video tomorrow, and you steal that one as well. So we got talking points and current events for today. We got a good amount of legal minutes and types of objections. More harassment, more charges. Had a wonderful interaction with a couple people. And a video of pond turmoil. At the end of this video, I'm going to upload, a 30-second clip of some geese and ducks fighting that I saw on my walk probably about a month ago. Just a random video clip that I had on my phone that I wanted to put somewhere. So I'm going to put it at the end of this clip, or end of this video. So if you want to see some quick squad beef on the ponds here in Ohio, that'll be at the end of this video. So the first thing I wanted to talk about, the first talking point, was Amber Heard's attorney objects to his own question. What is hearsay? Again, seeing a lot of ha 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 on the internet, but as in how could you be so stupid? And again, all attorneys are pretty much fucking stupid, but there's just different types of objections, and he objected to hearsay. So if you're objecting to, so I'm going to read the whole list, but if you're asking something like argumentative, or asked and answer, or maybe not incompetent, go either way. But my point is hearsay, you're objecting to what the witness says, and a lot of the other objections are to what the lawyer is asking. So all the ha-has on the internet, again, obviously I'm not allowed to participate in the human species to any degree, but I would certainly have the highest stamp of approval in law, legal understanding, historical understanding, linguistic understanding, but I just don't know court procedure all that well. I haven't sat in the courtroom for hours on end. So I just didn't really know what to make of it, but I don't see, my intuition says if you're objecting hearsay, you're objecting to what the witness is saying. So other types of objections for American law, at least for Americans. Ambiguous, confusing, misleading, vague, or unintelligible. The question is not clear and precise enough for the witness to properly answer. Arguing the law. Counsel is instructing the jury on the law. And that would be an example of the lawyer's behavior as opposed to the witness's answer. Argumentative. The question makes an argument rather than asking a question. Asked and answered. When the same attorney continues to ask the same question, they have already received an answer, usually seen after direct, but not always. Ask the jury to prejudice the evidence. The jury cannot promise to vote a certain way, even if certain facts are proved. Asking a question which is not related to an intelligent exercise of a peremptory, I don't know what that is, challenge or challenge for cause. If opposing counsel asks such a question during voir dire, jury selection process, voir dire, that's writing, I think. That's it, clear. So voir dire, how that get into legal discourse, not going to try to answer that linguistically. Assumes facts not in evidence. The question assumes something as true for which no evidence has been shown. Badgering. Counsel is antagonizing the witness in order to provoke a response, either by asking questions without giving the witness an opportunity to answer, or by openly mocking the witness. Best evidence rule. Requires that the original source of evidence is required if available, semicolon. For example, rather than asking a witness about the contents of a document, the actual document should be entered into evidence. Generally, a non-expert witness is not allowed to describe what is in a document without the document itself being introduced into evidence. Full original document should be introduced into evidence instead of a copy, but judges often allow copies if there is no dispute about authenticity. Also, some documents are exempt by hearsay rules of evidence. Beyond the scope. A question asked during cross-examination has to be within the scope of direct, and so on. Basically, if you're cross-examining, you have to ask something that is relevant to the scope of what the direct examination was. Calls for a conclusion. The question asks for an opinion rather than facts. Calls for speculation. The question asks the witness to guess the answer rather than to rely on known facts. Compound question. Multiple questions asked together. Hearsay. The witness does not know the answer personally, but heard it from another. However, there are several exceptions to the rule against hearsay in most legal systems. And that's what I was saying. My intuition immediately was you're objecting to what the witness has responded, not to what the lawyer has done or asked. Incompetent. The witness is not qualified to answer the question. Inflammatory. The question is intended to cause prejudice. Leading question. Direct examination only. The question suggests the answer to the witness. Leading questions are permitted if the attorney conducting the examination has received permission to treat the witness as a hostile witness. Leading questions are also permitted on cross-examination, as witnesses called by the opposing party are presumed hostile. Interesting, hostile witnesses. Gonna get you. Narrative. The question asks the witness to relate a story rather than state specific facts. Privilege. The witness may be protected by law from answering the question. Irrelevant or immaterial. The question is not about the issues in the trial. Misstates evidence, misquotes witness, improper characterization of evidence. The objection often overruled, but can be used to signal a problem to witness, judge, and jury. Counsel is testifying. This objection is sometimes used when the counsel is leading, or argumentative, or assumes facts not in evidence. Proper reasons for objecting to material evidence include lack of foundation. The evidence lacks testimony as to its authenticity or source. Fruit of the poisonous tree. Super professional in that naming. The evidence was obtained illegally, or the investigative methods leading to its discovery were illegal. Incomplete. Opposing party only introducing part of the writing, conversation, act, declaration, taken out of context. Under the evidence rule providing for completeness, other party can move to introduce additional parts. If any documents presented for the review, the judge and other party entitled to a complete copy, not a partial copy, of the document. When a witness is presented with a surprise document, he should be able to take time to study it before he can answer any questions. Best evidence rule, or hearsay evidence, requires the original source of evidence is required if available. However, some documents are self-authenticating under Rule 902, such as 1. Domestic public documents under seal. 2. Domestic public documents not under seal, but bearing a signature of a public officer. 3. Foreign public documents. 4. Certified copies of public records. 5. Official publications. 6. Newspapers and periodicals. 7. Trade inscriptions and the like. 8. Acknowledged documents, i.e., that is, by a notary public. 9. Commercial paper and related documents. 10. Presumptions under Acts of Congress. 11. Certified domestic records of regularly conducted activity. 12. Certified foreign records of regularly conducted activity. Next one, more prejudicial than probative. So that's not a good word. Probative. But probative? More prejudicial than probative. Under Federal Rule of Evidence 403, a judge has the discretion to exclude evidence if its, quote, its probative value is substantially outweighed by the danger of unfair prejudice, confusing of issues, or misleading the jury. So basically, just can't. It's provocative. If it becomes unfair, then the probative nature is limited. Proper reasons for objecting to a witness's answer include narrative. The witness is relating a story in response to a question that does not call for one. Non-responsive. The witness's response constitutes an answer to a question other than the one that it was asked, or no answer at all. Nothing pending. The witness continues to speak on matters irrelevant to the question. So that comes from primity.com. And that sounds pretty legit. I looked for some other ones, but that was the most concise I could find. So there you have it for that. I should still be rolling plenty of time. But other just direct legal points. Majority Taylor Greene casually commits perjury. Nice. Again, this is one of the most breathtaking, intelligent senators or representatives we've ever had. But again, just another bimbo, total ass bimbo. But privilege. Oh, I just casually commit perjury and then be like, well, I'm not even an attractive woman, so I'm just going to plump my tits up a little bit and say, look at me. Never mind, doesn't count. So again, there's no rules in this country. Again, these are for beta males and females. If you fit into the society where the law actually counts. Again, I don't live in that world, so it's kind of an outsider looking in. And then oaths that say, so help me God. Again, we go into court buildings that says, "In God we trust." We say oaths that say, "So help me God." Yeah. Yep. That old linguist, again, that really smart linguist guy, "So help." Yeah, I don't think he's going to help you. Or anyone like him. I don't think he's going to help you. I think he's going to prosecute you. I generally thought that was funny. Might have talked about that before. Anything else directly legal? No. Let me make sure I'm still rolling, and then other random talking points. So that clip was only 10 minutes, so I definitely could have kept going, but still, when I'm reading other stuff, my sense of time, of how long I've been rolling, gets kind of convoluted. But anything else? Well, other stuff, but any other kind of legal stuff? Not really a legal thing, but there was a dude burns himself outside of the U.S. Supreme Court. Nice. United States activist, or environmental activist. He's going to limit the carbon, in a practical sense, he's going to limit the carbon by burning himself. I don't think that's helping the environment. That's not limiting the carbon output. I don't know, maybe now he's dead, he doesn't have to fart anymore, so maybe that's less carbon output. But burning yourself for protest today, like, the fuck? Why? Like, go do something. Burn myself. Good riddance. But I saw it on Reddit, people were like, "Thank you for your sacrifice. If you want to go do something productive, holy fuck, go do something productive." I got stung by a wasp, I don't know, 3 days ago. Again, super random talking points now. So I got stung by a wasp. Again, I walk outside of my apartment pretty often, again, as we discussed, again, just because I'm doing derivation and I like to talk, so might as well, again, exist. I'm a human being. I like to be treated like a human being. So, or what? Are you on the phone? Who are you talking to? All geniuses talk to themselves. No, I'm just doing logical derivation, and other people don't even know how to pass high school geometry. So I'm outside, going inside and outside, and go outside, and I go to put my hand down on just the balcony, and I hear like a moderate-sized crunch and definitely a pinprick. Look down, there's a wasp, so it flew away. Because I didn't even know it was there. I'm pretty sure I squished him, so he probably flew away and didn't fly too much farther. I don't know for sure. But so I got stung, and then the next day, there was no inflammation at all. You could definitely see the little incision or the penetration mark, but no inflammation. And then the next day, it was pretty inflamed and definitely itchy. So, homework assignment. Why do I have a 24-hour response to a wasp stinging me? I really don't know. Then my lymphoma swelled back up, so that was pretty direct cause and effect there. I think that made my little thing, because it had been decreased since Christmas, pretty much to zero, but that made this swell back up. But why did my palm not get any inflammation, no redness, and no itchy till 24 hours after getting stung by a wasp? I don't know. I just got my refund for Microsoft 360 Family, Microsoft OneDrive. Again, I had talked to the dude. He's like, "This has been going since 2021, and I have not even used Microsoft Office one time. And I think one time when I tried to use it like a year ago, it said I didn't have a subscription. So it's cool beans. I was getting charged or something I literally couldn't even use. So again, nothing really works. The dude was plenty helpful. Got me full cancellation and refund. So still pretty happy with Microsoft's customer service. No review on Microsoft 360 Family. That was the family order for one person. Just me. So I got the family version. No, I don't think I did that. Maybe I did, I don't fucking remember. But Microsoft OneDrive, I don't even know what that is. I think you get some amount of storage space where you can access different files on different computers or devices. But I just have one computer, so if I'm using any part of Microsoft OneDrive, I don't mind if I lose it. Because if you don't save my videos, I don't care. I'm not going to rewatch them. Somebody in the future might want to. But again, when I first started YouTube, I thought you guys were going to take it all down. Because again, once people start violating your rights, it's like, where's the line drawn on this shit? And it's you're stolen all of my research, destroyed my life, ruined my relationships with my family, endangered people's lives on a global scale, 5 different ways. So it's like, I didn't know where the fucking line was drawn on this shit, so I thought you guys would just get snuffing me out of life. Because nothing says human beings better than denying science as an instinctual reaction. Netflix takes a fat shit. I probably should say that I don't have enough for an economics one, but again, subscription services. It takes 5 seconds to cancel that shit. So stabilized revenue and growth for a trade over 3, 5, 10 years. I thought that was waiting to happen. But again, I told you I hate gym subscription models. I hate subscription models in general. This is why. So, and again, unless you keep producing original content that actually goes viral, is actually a hit, and that's just what's going to happen. So, not surprising. Again, I didn't predict it or anything, but subscription services like that with original content, that's got it. That was a teetering balance beam waiting to fall over. And I'm reading all my stuff all out of order. Dating advice and asking father's approval for hand in marriage. It's kind of a talking point I got from watching Yellowstone, but I think that's the most like archaic shit ever. Asking a father's hand for his daughter's hand in marriage. When I want to ask a woman to marry me, I'm going to ask her. First person I want to know I want to marry her is her. If I was a father, hopefully someday, before I'm like 45, hopefully if people are mature enough to behave, maybe, probably not. But I want somebody to ask me to marry my daughter. No, I'd want her to ask her. So that's my opinion on that for sure. Dating advice. Again, I told you all the beta males dating advice is basically mimic me. If I get laid, I do the sex, so behave like me. I can't tell you how many times again I've been given dating advice like, put yourself out there. On Tinder, still on Tinder. I told you I've got one match in probably the past 6 months. I've never had even a good conversation off of any dating app ever. All of the girls I've asked out in person, besides Susan who has said yes for a little bit, then shitted on me, it's always, Lulu, what's this thing? No way, not a chance. And so, yeah, I don't, and the way dating advice, other people give me advice is basically, don't be Brad, don't be a scapegoat. I'm like, yeah, trust me, I know that, but like, I'm not scapegoating myself. So like, yeah. So dating advice in general is just mature and understand yourself, be open and honest, and communicate well. I'm sure if you do those things in any practical sense, you'll be able to date as long as you're not a scapegoat. Lex, I watched one podcast. I responded to it in person, so I hope you guys wrote that down. I'm sure you did. But Lex and Lee Cronen is a cunt. Basically, it's a debate about aliens, and now we're saying stuff like, what if there's 2 civilizations that coexist? Yeah. I think there's 3. There's 5. Who knows? How many of you in America are aware of the person 3 counties over from you? When would you interact with each other? When your interests intersect? When your goals intersect? They wouldn't own the land, they would live with the land type of shit. So, something like that with a lot more technology, though. A lot better technology. But the only thing I got out of that was Lee Cronen is a cunt. Again, the thing that stuck out, I didn't take any notes, but I responded to like the talking points in person. But he was like, Lee Cronen's the dude, we talked about him before, but the great Lee with $13,000 of hair gel whipping back his hair, he wants him to create a molecule until alien life walks out of his lab. And then throughout the conversation, he's constantly telling this other chick, and the other chick, she's using a lot of word salad, not gonna lie about that. But Lee Cronen's like, no, I'm gonna tell you what math is. Just a great demonstration of an arrogant academic beta male fuck. Lee Cronen's going to invent life. Yep, God complex. He's the all-knowing creator. Now we're all just monkeys on a rock, and all the aliens are just aliens on a rock. We're all members of species, and we're all flying around trying to live our fucking lives. So that's all speciality. It's everybody. You can call anywhere in the fucking universe. I'm sure that's gonna be true. So that I got from there, and we'll talk about anything. Again, extraterrestrial and alien strikes me as just super different. Extraterrestrial sounds like surface in any sort of logical sense. Suing credit control. Nateo Bargas from Credit Control called me yesterday asking for Gregory Miller. I get this phone call probably twice a month. I've been taken off this thing for every single time they call me. Every single time it's a new dick sucker who's worked there for 6 months. This dude giving me fucking lip. I mean, I'm just fucking with him. I'm like, yeah, I'm power of attorney. That might be a little illegal saying you're power of attorney for somebody you're not. And I am certainly an attorney. Holy fuck. The reason I'm not an attorney is because you won't publish my paper because of fraud. So, and a judge, and like the highest ranking judge ever. And so, Nateo Vargas calls me from Credit Control LLC, which again, Credit Control, they buy debt and harass people. That is literally their fucking business model. Fuck, that's not an industry, that is not an innovation, that is bottom-sucking scum. Admittedly, as a consumer, don't take on debt you can't pay back, but credit control as a business model is AIDS. But he calls me up, he's like, yeah, I told him I'm power of attorney for Gregory Miller. I'm gonna try to help the homie Greg out. Just help him out. But he's like, send me the document, it's a personal business matter. I'm sure it's probably like $100 a debt, or $200 a debt. So I just called him, I just sent him an email, I'm gonna sue you. And because again, you harassed me, so not Nateo, but Credit Control LLC for sure. And Nateo Vargas, I just immediately start mocking him because again, he starts giving me a lip. He's like, call him bro, he'll call people bro. It's just so fucking hilarious. And he's like, I got like 4 or 5 houses. I'm like, my dog, you work as basically a tax collector harassment dude for a credit control company. You got 3 or 4 houses. Can I invest? Like maybe you're selling drugs on the side, which isn't outside of my investment perspective. So make prospectus. So Nateo, man, like how you got 4 or 5 cribs, man, and you fucking call to harass people over probably $200 a debt. And allegedly, I don't know what the debt amount was, but fuck Credit Control LLC, I'm suing you for harassing me. Emotional damage is full fucking price. You're a credit control company, fuck you. It's just fuck you. Elon Musk buys Twitter, not being able to trade it. I would have definitely traded the action up and down. I would have done some sort of, probably like a straddle option on that type of deal, where if it doesn't go through, it crashes. If it does, it goes to the purchase price. But again, no cash flow. I'm not taking active trades. I've not changed my portfolio at all. Any other thoughts? I've talked about Elon Musk buying Twitter. I know it was a quick turnaround from the Twitter board. Just nothing unique for me to say there. Anything else? Yeah, just another quick story. Again, it's not even a story. Again, I'm just talking in an audible level where if you were not actively listening, you would have no idea I'm saying anything. So I'm talking out there probably about, again, the world of NPCs thing getting age restricted. Again, I don't even care. All of my videos are marked not for kids. So I don't care about that at all. But some fat middle-aged white bitch is like, as long as it's not what? True? You're torturing another human being and I'm documenting the crime. So that makes you uncomfortable. Well, you should behave better. You should learn to grow up. You should do that. I'm not allowed to go to court. Right? Imagine going to court and having to state the facts, and people be like, no, I don't say that, makes me feel uncomfortable, block. You couldn't get through court. So, it's just a level of arrogance, entitlement, and go exercise and eat properly. Focus on yourselves. You can do it. Just like the fat bitch at the story about going to get my marijuana card renewed, and they get all offended and make me drive to Cincinnati because whatever, and I just said, go exercise. Because I exist, I offend people, and then they insult me, and then I insult them back, and then they call me a threat, and then bam, I'm guilty. And I'm not. That's that there. Last kind of thought, Rick Bay Otto can't get interviews he wants with 2.9 million subs. And I like Rick's channel, like his discussion on music, even if it's just jamming out to a song, whatever. But I thought it was genuinely interesting. He can't get large artists, and again, I too will never be a big time music artist ever. Never. But he can't get interviews with 2.9 million subs. If you have more subscribers on YouTube than me, you get my respects, which is basically impossible to have less than me. But I'm shocking that a publicist would see a channel with almost 3 million subscribers and be like, this is nobody, or this is not something to take super seriously. So I thought that was interesting. That's completely legitimate, and he's definitely a legitimate dude. So I thought that was mind-fucking. Now imagine what people say when Michael Jameson and William Willis look at my YouTube channel with 446 YouTube videos and 43 subscribers. Probably think, who the fuck's this guy? The same guy offering $1 million cash for a music performance or a scientific lecture 8 months ago, forever, whenever, now, yesterday, years ago. Let's go. Nope. But he is in a video talking about, we said that in a couple of videos, but he talks about the benefits of learning music in video games. Again, music really teaches you dexterity, fundamental dexterity. I really like the guitar for that even more so because it's just super specific to the tips of your fingers or any stringed instrument. Again, stringed instruments will be more, again, fretting is fretting, and then like woodwinds or singing will help you with your diaphragm contraction and breathing. He compares it to video games, and he says, why do Gen Z people not have interest in learning musical instruments, and why are they so interested in video games? I try to get some data to see if that's even an accurate statement. Basically, who's interested in learning music. And so I found a decent article that I thought was interesting, and just a small study. It says, to sum up this post, I read the whole thing, this is a summary. A large number of children in the UK, around 85%, play or have played a musical instrument. This number is increasing, as currently only 74% of adults claim to play or have played. The number of people currently play decreases with age, down to just 6% of people over 75 years old. Wealthier countries have a higher percentage of musicians, as more people are able to buy good quality instruments and have lessons on them. The 6% after 75 years old, not surprising, they're pretty much trying to focus on not dying at that point. But what do I mean by play an instrument? Able to strum some chords, actively composing, could go a lot of different ways. I would just say competent at playing a song or articulating some sort of sounds. Even if it's just, again, one down strum, playing with 3 people and you can just kind of strum along, I would consider that playing an instrument. Composing would be writing your own. But what else was I going to say? Do those numbers surprise me? They seem high to me. Again, in terms of but that definition of played, that doesn't sound surprising. And the article talks a lot about like school children being required to play. But it definitely increases, again, just your synchronicity, your dexterity, your ability to hear things, differentiate literally sounds of languages as well. So and then we have, and it says, for people aged 16 to 24, around 13% of people currently play an instrument, while only around 6% over 75 play. So again, when we go from the 75% adults say they have played to the 13% that currently play, I'd focus on people say who currently played as being a musician, just actively getting on your instrument, right? Because I saw a couple articles talking about like sales, like the sales of guitars ticked up during the pandemic. How many of those people have plenty of money, bought a guitar and it sits on the stand inside the room forever? So that's not playing an instrument. And then I'm super not musically elitist. Like if you can strum a chord in time, I'd call that musician. But you actually have to like actively engage in the instrument. So do I agree that children like video games more? It just takes, again, my part, like I said, I didn't seriously pick up a guitar until 21, 22, not until I came back from Colorado. So I've been playing now for probably 6-7 years, and again, I play all of the time. Well, not all of the time, but when I practice, again, I am very disciplined, know how to practice and improve and produce pieces. At this point, it's really just composition. I practice for an hour, I have a musical piece done. So they talk about the most popular instrument, probably being piano or guitar. Not super great data, but do I think children, it's just more accessible. I mean, it's just socializing. Learning instruments, learning about yourself, and why do children like video games more? Why do children like hanging out with their friends? Is an equivalent question to me. Like I said, I was an adult learner of music, for sure, and just because discipline. I wanted to hang out with my friends. It'd be cool to be a child star like Justin Bieber, but I just much rather hang out with my friends. Not interested in musical play, but just like, it's a lot easier to get on NHL and go talk to people and sit in a game lobby and talk to your friends in 5 seconds. So I don't think it's like children like video games more. I think video games are a medium for socialization, and learning a musical instrument is personal development. So, last thought for today is colors in music. The fuck? I've seen two said a lot, say, the colors of music. Colors has no fundamental meaning in musical ontology. So that always throws me. Just want to throw that in there. That is it for today. Any other talking points? Nope. And now, thank you for watching Language, Litigation, and Integration, Part 116, Casual Conversations, 46. Now a video of some pond turmoil. See you on the next episode.
Got some real street beef here, bro. There it goes, attacking. They're squawking at each other. We got another attack. Making plays. It's pulling up. Oh, this one's running away. Yeah, these ducks over here were fighting too. Oh, it's a rough street over here in this pond. Stuff. That one is going again.